with breaking news happening now. This is Wave News.
New clues tonight into what may have caused the crash of UPS Flight 2976 in Louisville. The NTSB has issued a new report focusing on part of the hardware connecting the MD-11's pylon to its wing. This is Wave News at 5. I'm Brian Schlonsky. Myra is off tonight. This new report finds that Boeing had alerted MD-11 operators back in 2011 that this part had failed 4 times on 3 different planes and needed to be inspected every 5 years. Wave News troubleshooter Mark Stevens says that part was on a faster schedule than the pylon itself.
Yeah, the NTSB's first report said UPS inspected the pylons on each MD-11 every 6 years, and this particular part was lubricated during the aircraft's heavy maintenance work in San Antonio this fall. Now, the engine and pylon broke free from the plane as it attempted to take off, causing a fire and leading to the fatal crash. The NTSB Materials Lab found that the metal race holding this spherical bearing had split in 2. It found evidence of fatigue cracking on 3/4 of the race's surface. Now, that spherical bearing had been greased this fall when the plane was sent to a UPS contract maintenance facility in Texas. The NTSB is now looking at whether Boeing's maintenance letter about the bearing race was part of UPS's maintenance program. Its prior report says UPS had the pylon mount on a 72-month inspection cycle, which was last completed in 2021 for this particular plane. But Boeing's recommendation was for the bearing race to be inspected every 60 months. Boeing's service letter said the bearing race's failure would not result in a flight safety condition. Now, that service letter detailed how inspectors should check the bearing and recommended a replacement part with a different design, but Boeing's letter did not prohibit replacing a worn bearing with the exact same part. The NTSB is also looking at how Boeing communicated with the FAA about that letter leading up to its issuance in 2011 and after. Mark Stevens, Wave News.